Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your 2022 Oakland mayoral candidate. Today I have some great news for you. Besides what's going on behind me, which is trash pickup, this is our regular trash weekly pickup. So they're here on time and they're adhering to the schedule. But also, if you've been following along what's happening here in Oakland, we've actually made some breakthroughs on the homeless front. So we have, if you've been following along, you know that I place a lot of folks over at the new Oakland Safe Trailer Park at 633 Hagenberger Road. And so with that, we have 3 couples out of the 8 that I placed there. 3 of those couples are now moving on into permanent supported housing. And that's going to be provided by Alameda Point Collaborative. So these are folks that were here with me. They were part of my family, and now I've been able to get them off the streets and into actual permanent supported housing for the rest of their life. And they'll be paying a small portion of the rent out of what their income is, but they have housing. They have real housing here. So we're making a difference. Oakland does not have these kind of programs. In fact, City of Oakland and Mayor Libby Schaaf have horrible programs. One of the worst ones in Oakland, or actually 2 of the worst ones in Oakland, is Operation Dignity and BACS, Bay Area Community Services. Both of those executive directors, Jamie Almanza with BACS, she's a joke, and all they do is steal money. I literally was a victim of Jamie Almanza and BACS. A year ago, I was supposed to go into a program that they had, which was being paid for and provided by Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser had committed nearly $200 million to BACS for senior housing program. Kaiser funded half of that, $100 million, in February of last year, 2019. February 2019, $100 million. By June, when I entered the program, there was no indication that there was any issues or problems. I was assured that I was going into permanent supported housing by BACS, and my coordinator at the time was Cornelia Banks of BACS. And needless to say, it was all a scam. And so Oakland has nothing but scam housing that's provided by BACS, provided by Operation Dignity. Operation Dignity harmed me back in 2017. They actually brought me into their office in Emeryville. I filled out all the paperwork, gave them all my information. They had housing boards, all sorts of housing. I was not offered a single placement, period, not one. They had well over 350, according to the board, 350 housing units that were available. But in 2017, even after I gave them all my information, I was not offered a single unit anywhere. And so what they did is collect up my information, and what that allows them to do, they turn that information over to the City of Oakland. City of Oakland documents all of that information, and what they do, they collect the federal $350 a month that we normally would get for housing. Instead, the city collects that on the city's behalf, saying that they're helping us. And so the City of Oakland and Mayor Libby Schaaf and the accounting department are collecting $350 for every homeless person on the street. So if you're wondering why City of Oakland and Mayor Libby Schaaf isn't doing anything, it's money. It's $350. Each of us are worth $350 to the City of Oakland as we stay on the streets. And I challenge Libby Schaaf to get in front of me and tell me that's not true. So City of Oakland profits from homelessness, and that's very disturbing. That because all the help that City of Oakland has done is not help at all. In fact, it's harm. BACS, they claim that they have an 82% success rate at placing homeless folks into permanent housing. Well, Jamie Almanza has never, ever produced the information that backs up that claim. In fact, I know for sure that BACS has a failure rate of nearly 18, or their only success rate is about 18%. The rest is failure. Just that Jamie Almanza hides behind the privacy laws so that she doesn't have to release the actual statistics of what they're doing. And so I know that BACS is crooked. Operation Dignity is crooked. That's why you're not seeing any movement in terms of the homeless issue here in Oakland, because we don't have any agencies that actually help people. All they do is help themselves and their bottom line. They're not helping those of us like myself and the rest of us who are having to live on the streets because of insane rents, and we can't afford to find housing here in Oakland because the housing that is available is ridiculously overpriced. I mean, when you start looking at a 428 square foot apartment at nearly $4,000, who can afford that? I don't even know folks that are working that would pay that kind of money for rent on an apartment. So anyway, that's what's going on here. We have great things happening. Like I said, out of the 8 couples that I placed over in the safe trailer park here at 633 Hagenberger, 3 of my couples are now moving into permanent supported housing through Alameda Point Collaborative. So we're really happy for my 3 couples, and I wish them a lot of luck. I'm going to stay in contact with them. They're my family, and so wanted you to know there are changes coming here in Oakland. We're making a difference. I'm making a difference for the homeless, and I'm making a difference for our city of Oakland too. So our housed and our unhoused folks, changes are coming. I'm making a difference. Stick with me. We'll be right back.